Dandava Pranam Maharaj, Dandava Umadevi.
Ananda ki jai.
Dandavad Pranam Prabhu.
Dandava Maharaj, Didi, sorry, please, I go out a meeting because my video cam is no good. I reset my computer. I will come in few minutes again. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No.
Dando.
Can you get me a tissue? My eye. Have you met any of the devotees? Kanapriya or anyone?
Yeah, Kanapriya Didi, like yesterday class, yesterday learning in Dandavad Pranam.
Dandavad Sadhiti Nandan Prabhu.
Dandava Maharaja Puri Maharaj.
Sorry, what were you saying, Umadidi? What were
Yes,
you?
Prabhu. Yes, Maharaj. Yesterday with Kanapriya Didi, we learned some songs, Bhakti Vinod Thakur songs.
Oh, I see.
In the Zoom. Yes.
On the Zoom. On Zoom? Or
Yes, Maharaj.
Oh, you don't meet her.
Zoom, Maharaj. Yes.
You don't meet her in person.
No.
Oh,
Person, no, Maharaj.
okay.
Long time.
She is far from you?
Yes, Maharaj. I am staying in East London.
I see.
Kanapriya Didi stay in West London.
Oh, I see. Okay. So nice to see you, Aditi Nandan Prabhu.
Happy to see you. Happy to see you. Puri Maharaj. Kesava Maharaj.
Where do you live?
Kesava.
Where do you live in the world? Which part of the world do you come from?
I am Mexico.
Oh, Mexico. Okay.
Mexico.
¿Dónde? En México.
En Cancún.
Oh, Cancún. Okay, very nice.
Cancún.
Oh, there you are. Haribol.
Harinanda.
Dandavad, Mataji's.
Dandava Maharaj, Umadevi, Kesava, Aditi Nandana. You are welcome.
Hola, Sriman Hariananda.
Gusto verte por aquí.
Igualmente. Qué bueno que estén reunidos allí.
Había invitado unos devotos también de Colombia, Villa Manjari. ¿Tú conoces Villa Manjari de Colombia, sí. Devotos? Sí. Lo invité para hoy, para el Zoom, pero no sé si va a reunirse.
Sí. Bueno, muchas gracias por invitarlo. Él, sí, devoto de Santa Marta, Colombia. Santa Marta.
Maharaj, you are fine. You heal. Salud, bien.
Ah, salud.
Bien.
Okay. Yes.
Heal in English. Heal.
Healthy.
No sé.
Healthy. You say healthy.
You strong. Good.
Huh? Bolo. Bola. Bola. In Bengali,
No.
bola. Bola,
Bola.
like Balaram, bola.
Vale, okay.
When you say Ami Bolo Ache, Ami Bolo Ache, Ami Bolo.
Ami Bolo Ache.
That means I am well.
Yo soy salud. Ami bolo ache.
Okay.
Ami Bolo Ache. So in Bengal, sometime a Bengali will say, Bolo Ache? Means, are you well?
Bolo.
Then you have to reply, yeah, Ami Bolo Ache.
Ami Bolo Ache.
Yeah.
Yo estoy bien, tengo salud.
Sadhguru salute. Exactly. Have you been to Navadvip, Adityanandan Prabhu? Did you visit to there?
No, no conozco India.
No.
Ni Navadvip.
Okay.
No conozco ni la India ni Navadvip.
Okay.
Me gustaría ir ahí like to India.
Yes. You must go one
I
day
like to India.
when there's better conditions. Go there. Very nice.
Thank you.
You are a disciple of Acharya Maharaj or Govinda Maharaj?
Acharya Maharaj.
Acharya Maharaj.
Acharya Maharaj. Acharya
Okay.
Maharaj.
Okay. Did Shantamar say he's coming today?
He can't.
He can't come. Okay.
Harinanda Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
¿Cómo se dice to meet en español?
To meet, reunión, reunirse. Verb to meet in Spanish is reunir. And I go to meet in Spanish is yo voy a reunirme. Yo voy a reunirme.
Reunión.
Reunirme. Reunirme.
Reunirme.
Very good.
Adityananda Prabhu. Cuando yo reunirme Srila Acharya Dev.
When did you meet Acharya Maharaj?
Or
Me
how?
inicié.
Oh, how?
Bueno, no sé. Que me inicié en 2019. No sé si esa es la pregunta.
Sí, más o menos es esa, cuando te dio iniciación, cuando te pudiste reunir con Acharya Maharaj, sí.
¿Cómo es? 16 de noviembre, tradúceme ahí, 2019. 16 de noviembre.
Adityananda Prabhu received initiation 3 years ago for Srila Acharya Dev. 3 years ago.
Sí.
for soon, because Prabhu Adityananda no go to India. Initiation for soon.
Sky.
Ah,
Sky.
Sky. Ah,
Sky.
okay.
Sky.
How did he meet Acharya Maharaj? How? You know?
Sky in Caracas, Venezuela. Caracas, Venezuela. Sky in Caracas,
Caracas, Russia.
Caracas, Venezuela.
From the devotees there.
Sí, devotees. But muchos devotees, very much. Muchos devotos.
Okay.
In Cartagena no, they are not devotees. Yo estoy en Cancún aquí, pero tengo que ir allá a Cartagena.
In this moment, Prabhu Adityananda live in Cancun, Mexico, but in the next day, he traveled to Cartagena City in Colombia again. But now he is in Mexico, Cancun, Mexico.
Cancún, México.
Do you know Rasamrita in Colombia?
Rasamrita de Vidasi. Y Manizales, Colombia.
Solid.
She is friends of Jagadananda Das de Santa Marta. She is friends de Jagadananda Das, Jagadananda. Hariananda, el que tú invitaste. Él es amigo, ella es amiga de él. Son devotos.
He speak. Didi is a friend de Jagananda Das. Jagananda Das is Prabhu. I sent to invitation for today in Zoom with Maharaja and devotee, but I don't know Jagadananda Das. No come today, pero I sent invitation for him.
Jagadananda in California? That one?
No. Other Jagadananda.
Okay.
Jagadananda, Colombia.
Okay.
Rasamrita from New Jersey, you're asking? Adityananda Prabhu. Rasamrita es ex esposa de Jayaram Prabhu.
No more.
Ex esposa.
And she in New Jersey. Rasamrita in New Jersey. She is near us, not far.
New Jersey. But I now no
more.
No sé quién es esposa de él. No sé. No sé si es su esposa, su esposo. I don't know.
Okay. Can I pray, Didi?
Dandavats Maharaj, Dandavats all devotees. Sripad, so sorry, please. It's been my most misfortune not to be joining you lately. I'm so sorry. I had not been very well over the Christmas, and then my dad came back from Australia just for a month, and it's just been a crazy time, and I'm now feeling okay, but I now that a lot of the things are opened again now, I'm teaching once a month on a Saturday evening. So I'm just going, and I'm going to keep you logged in. So I'll be listening, Maharaj.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yes, you're
and
on
then
your way.
hopefully, I'm on my way. Hopefully next week I'll be able to join you properly. But
okay.
missed you all. I hope you're. How are you, Maharaj?
I'm good. Good. I'm okay. Yes, nice to hear that you're well again. Everything
yes,
is okay.
So it's been a long.
Yes,
a long Christmas, New Year.
We hadn't seen you. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know you're still kicking.
I'm still kicking now, anyway.
So we'll turn to page 38. On the Pocket Kirtan Guide. Can you see the screen? Adityanandan Prabhu?
Yes.
Yes, Maharaj, you can see.
Okay.
I look.
So we will chant Vandana together. Vandeham Sri Guru Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnava Sri Rupa Sajana Raghunathan Tam Sadvaitam Sarvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vasakamritam Om Agnati Ganadana Samadaya Chakshurunmilitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Puja Shri Guru Bhargavamrita Mahavamrita Sada Purva Pariyaya Prachalitam Bhagyatamurtate Bhaktir Nirmala Niritam Saranam Vande Shri Ananta Shri Gaur Bhavista Sapurakam Guru Vinaya Shisham Sapuram Chintya Samantam Shri Rupa Patanam Govinda Pinam Varatanam Vajavitam Sundaram Vande Vishwa Gurun Chandiya Premno Devam Divyatanam Suchandavadam Palarta Chetanam Sandranam Varanam Vairagya Sri Siddhanta Nidhya Srivasitam Sarasvatanam Vande Tam Vambaram Sri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Purya Purambaye Bhato Madhurivagate Yogora Sankirtanai Mayavada Yogodara Udishya Jivanikam Krishna Prema Pradadam Namo Gurvaya Bhakta Korangri Vande Bhakti Yoga Sri Kṛṣṇa Bhakti Gaura Namo Maharaja Krishna Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namo Sri Jayatam Matsarva Divyad Vindaranga Sriman Rasa Vangsivata Gopinatha Vrindayai Tulsi Krishna
Bhakti Pradi Devi Satyavata Namo Namah
Atanatva
Mantra Guru
Kurun Bhagavatam
Vyasayaga Guru Nava Tato Yayo Mudiraye
Jai Sapadika Shri Guru Gauranga Sara Govinda Sundar Sri Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare Jai Go Premanandi Jai Sri Prabhupada Sri Guru Maharaj Sri Gurudev Sri Acharyadev Sri Santa Maharaja Ki Jai Jai Giri Govardhana Ki Jai Jai Samaveda Bhaktivinda Ki Jai Premanandi Hari Hari Hari
Jai Om Vishnupad, Sripad, Bhakti Madhava Puri Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai, all the devotees Ki Jai. So, page 16. Page 16. Yasamati Nandana.
Sí. Yasomati. 17 aquí. 16 en pequeño, sí.
Anyone can chant, I feel like. Our old faithful Umadevi, but anyone can chant also. Okay. Uma Devi, it looks like Krishna wants you to chant.
¿En qué página está? En grande. De somático.
En la página 18. Dandavat Pranam, Maharaj. I can sing, Maharaj?
Please, yes.
Jai Gurudev. Yasomati Nandana Rajavara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana.
Yasomati
Nandana
Yasomati Nandana Rajavara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana.
Yasomati
Nandana
Rajavara
Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Kaliyadamana Vidana.
Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara
Kaliyadamana Vidana.
Amala Harinam Hamiya Vilasa.
Amala Harinam Hamiya Vilasa.
Amala Harinam Hamiya Vilasa.
Amala Harinam Hamiya Vilasa.
Vipina Purandara Navana Nagaravara Vamshivadana Suvasa.
Vipina Purandara Navina Nagaravara Vamshivadana Suvasa.
Raja Jana Palana Surakula Nasana Nanda Godana Rakuvala.
Rajayana Palana Surakula Nasana Nanda Godana Rakajola.
Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Sundarananda Gopala.
Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Sundarananda Gopala.
Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Vasanahara Rasarashika Kupamaya.
Yamuna Tatachara Gopi Vasanahara Rasarasika Tripamoya.
Srirada Vallabha Vrindavana Natavara Bhakti Vinoda Hasraya.
Sri Radha Vallabha Vrindavana Natavara Bhakti Vinoda Hasraya.
Srirada Vallabha Vrindavana Natavara Bhakti Vinoda Hasraya.
Sri Radha
Vallabha Vrindavana Natavara Bhakti Vinoda Hasraya.
Sumati Nandana Rajavara Nagara Gokula Ranjana Kana.
Yasomati Nandana Brajo Varuna Gokula Ranjana Kana.
Gopi Paranadana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidana.
Gopi Vandana Madana Manavara Kaliya Vidana.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitai Gaura, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol.
Nitai
Gaura Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Chandra, Hari Bol.
Hari.
Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Dhanyavad. Hari Bol, Teresa. Didi.
Haribo, good to see everyone. All of you in Spain, you sound like angels when you sing.
Thank you. Thank you.
We call them Gandharvas.
I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it's good.
Residents of the Gandhaloka, Gandharvaloka. Heavenly planet. Heavenly planet. Okay.
All for you mercy and inspiration, Maharaja. All for you and the body. We no, nothing. Only you.
Thank you. All right. Page 58. Vaishnava Thakur. Who would like to sing?
Hoy Vaishnava Thakur 31, creo. No. Aquí, ya. 58.
Page 58.
¿El grande?
Ay, grande no sé.
Vaishnava Thakur.
Bueno, aquí está puesta. Mira. El grande.
Esa es la de Puri.
No, no. Oje Vaishnava
Ahora
Thakura.
sí, ahora Vaishnava.
Oje Vaishnava Thakura. Soyara Sagara. Pecanuna Sindakori. Bueno,
Anyone?
tú.
Oye Vaishnava Thakura, Dayara Sagara, Edase Karuna Kori.
Oje Vaishnava Thakura. Soyara Sagara. Edase Karuna Kori.
Diyapada Shaya Sodae Amaya Tomara Sharanadori.
Diyapada Shaya Sodae
Shaya Veladami, Shaya Dosa Sodi, Shaya Guna de Rodase.
Jaya Vedadami, Jaya Dosa Sodi, Jaya Guna Devadase.
Shaya Satsanga, de Oera Mare, voces y sangueras.
Jaya Satsanga,
Ekati Amara, Najipaya Polo, Parinama, Sankirtane.
Ekati Amara, Najipaya Bolo, Parinama Sankirtane.
Tumi Kirpatori, Sarda Bindudiya, Deo Krishna Namadane.
Tu mi kripa kori,
Krishna se tomara, Krishna dite paro, tomara sakati hache.
Krishna se tomara, Krishna dice paro,
Ami tu kangala, Krishna Krishna boli, daitava pache pache.
Amita Kangala, Krishna Krishna Boli, Aitava Pache Pache. Amita Aitava Pache Pache.
Pavarase, daitava pache pache.
Krishna Dama Tu mi dile o dice te paro. Krishna Toma
Sridhara, dite paro.
Krishna
Krishna Deva Sakti
Oye Vaishnava Thakur, Oye Vaishnava Thakur,
Oye Vaishnava Thakur, Oye Vaishnava Thakur, Oye Vaishnava Thakur, Oye Vaishnava Thakur.
Oye Vaishnava Thakur, Oye Vaishnava Thakur.
Oye Vaishnava Thakur, Oye Vaishnava Thakur, Oye Vaishnava Thakur,
Vaishnava Thakur.
Rivo.
Hare Krishna.
And on page 65, Nitai.
Nita y Padakama. 65. No, es pequeño. Nita y
Who would like to sing this one?
Cántala tú.
¿Yo?
Sí, sí. En el grande está en el 64.
Vale. Nitai pada kamala, koti sanga shushitala, yeshaya yakartavanyula.
Nitai pada
Kamala,
Koti Chandra Sushitala, Yeshaya Yagatayura.
Radha Krishna Paitenai, Vida Kori Daronita Paya.
Radha Krishna Paitenai, Vida Kori Daronita Paya.
Vita Jama Velotara, Sei Pasu Mogadura Shara,
Sambandanahi Jara
Jama
Madhila samsara sukhe, Vijayakule ikari vetara.
Nitai Vaina Muke, Madhila Samsara Suke, Vijayakule Ikari
Pada pasarilla, asajare satya kori mani.
Ahankare
Ahankare Mahaina
Nitai Pada Pasariya Asajare Kori
Nitayer Koruna Hoyme, Raja Radha Krishna Hoyme, Naro Nitai, Kera Sharana Gukami.
Nitai Karuna Hoire, Braya Krishna Hare, Haranitai Gani.
Nitai Sharana Satya, Sankara Sevaka Nitya, Nitai Para Seva Koro Asa,
Nitai Sharana Satya,
Satya
Seva Nitya, Nitai
Marutama Maharuki, Nitai More Korosuki, Rakoranga Sharanera Pasa.
Narotama Badaruki, Nitai Morasuki, Rakoranga Charanera Pasa.
Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva,
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva,
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol,
Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura Hari Bo,
Hari Bol,
Hari 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 Bo, Jai Gurudev,
Hari Bol.
Jai Gurudev.
There's a microphone.
Huh?
There's a microphone.
Whose microphone?
Yes, microphone. Truco.
Okay. Okay, then maybe Therese, would you like to read the English for that song?
Of course I would. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cooling like 10 million moons, Nitai's lotus feet soothe the world with their shade. Oh, brother, without Nitai, you cannot reach Radha Krishna. Firmly grasp Nitai's feet. The life of one who had no connection with Nitai passed in vain. Such an animal is very wicked. What will learning aristocratic birth do for one who is immersed in worldly pleasures and never called aloud Nitai? Maddened with pride, forgetting Nitai's feet, I accept untruth as truth. When Nitai bestows his mercy, you will reach Radha Krishna in Vraja. Grasp Nitai's feet. Nitai's feet are truth, and his servants are eternal. Always aspire for Nitai's feet. Nadaram is very sad. Oh, Nitai, make me happy. Keep me beside your reddish feet.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You know who Nitai is? Represents? Nitai represents Gurudev. And Nitai's feet represent the servants of Gurudev, or the service of Gurudev, or the servants of Gurudev. So we must take shelter in the service of Gurudev, or the servants who are serving Gurudev. Take a humble position. And by that process, we can transcend the affairs of this mundane world, or the material world. Everyone is engaged in some type of mundane activity, but that's not the real activity of the human being. Animals, that's why it mentions here animal. Animals are absorbed in material activities of the world. They cannot understand anything besides that. When human beings engage in the same activities as the animals, they're not considered very fortunate. They're not a very good position. Only in the human form of life can we understand something beyond the material world. That there's a life of spiritual existence that is not only mundanely oriented, but is oriented toward a transcendental or conscious form of life. So this process of taking shelter of Gurudev, of the service of Gurudev and the service of the servants of Gurudev, as a process of elevating oneself. One who has understood that there is something more than just material existence, and that we have to engage in those activities of the transcendental plane, and thereby make progress toward our real identity as servants of Krishna. All right. Chandas Prabhu ki jai. Hari bol, Dandavad Prabhu. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing, Prabhu?
Hello, can you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, thank you. I got a new mic and
Oh,
this
good.
is the first time I tested, so okay, good. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. How are you, Maharaj?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'm glad to hear that.
So now, let's see, what other? And page 113, Gauranga. Adityanandan Prabhu, do you sing?
Yes,
You know what any
yes,
bhajan?
yes.
Do you have any bhajan you would like to sing?
No,
No particular one?
no, no sé la canción.
Okay.
Songs, no
Okay.
song.
Okay. Okay. All right. Page 113, huh? 113. This is page 116.
Gauranga Bolite Habe.
Okay,
It's different page on PDF.
I see. Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira Hari Hari bolite nayane vabe nira.
Gauranga
Bolite
Bolite Habe. Hari Hari Bolite Nayane
Nira.
Arakabe nitai chanda karuna karibe samsara vasana more kabe tu chahabe.
Arakabe Nitai Chanda Karuna Karibe Samsara Vashana More Kabe Tucha Habe.
Vishaya chadia kabe shura habe mana Kabe Hama Hariba Sri Vrindavana.
Vishaya
Saya
Chariya
Sadiya
Shri
Sri
Vrindavana.
Rupa Raghunatha Pade Oibe Akuti. Want to sing one line at a time?
Rupa Raga Kabe Hama Bhuchaba Sayugala Piriti. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahu Morasa. Rupa Raghunatha Bhartana Karaye Sada Narotamodas. Goranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Sharira.
Gauranga Bolite Habe Pulaka Sharira.
Hari Hari Bolite Nayane Vabenira.
Hari Hari Bolite Nayane Vabenira.
Jaya Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga.
Jaya Nitai
Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga.
Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga.
Nitai Gauranga,
Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo.
Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura.
Premanandi, Hari, Hari, Haribo.
Haribo.
All right, and then let's see, what else do we have here? You want to say?
195.
195? 165?
Hariye.
Yeah, 165.
165.
165. Hari Haraye Nama Krishna.
Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hare
Hari Haraya Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopala Govindaram Sri Madhusudan.
Gopala Govindanam Sri Madhusudana.
Giri Hari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri
Nityananda Sri Advaita
Radha
Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta
Srivasadi
Vrinda
Gaura Bhaktarunda.
Jaya Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath.
Jaya Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunatha
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha
Ichaya Goshani Kari Charana Vandan.
Ichai Gosani Kari Charana Vandana
Yaha Hoite Vignanas Habista Puran.
Yaha
Vaite
Vijnana Vista
Vista
Purana
Purana.
Ichai Goshani Hara Muitaradas.
Ichai Gosani Kari Muitaradasa
Tasabara Padarenu Mura Panchagras.
Sabara Padare Mora Panchasa.
Tandira Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanivas.
Tandera Charana Sevi
Sevi Bhakta
Sanivasa
Janame Janame Mora Eya Bilas.
Janame Janame Mora Eya Vilasa
Echaya Goshaniha Bibraje Kailavas.
Ichai Gosani Braja Gaila Golavasa
Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Karila Prakash.
Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Gorila Prakasha
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan.
Ananda
Anande Bolo Hari Braja Vrindavana
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pare Majiya Mana.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayamana.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada Padma Kariyas.
Sri Guru Vaishnava
Padma
Pariyasa
Parihasa.
Hari Nama Sankirtana Kahe Narotama Das.
Hari Nama Sankirtana Kohe Narotamo Dasa
Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hari Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Radhavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Kesavaya.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare.
Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo.
Nitai Gora Hare Bo,
Gaura
Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Nitai Gora Hare
Gaura
Jai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo.
Nitai Gora Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Nitai Gora Hare Bo.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya
Jaya Jaya
Gurudev,
Gurudev,
Jaya Jaya
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya
Jaya Jaya
Gurudev,
Gurudev,
Jaya Jaya
Jaya Jaya
Gurudev.
Gurudev.
Jai Go Premanandi, Hari Hari.
Hare Bo.
Hari Bol.
Does anyone have any other bhajan they'd like to sing?
Sansara Dabla.
Okay,
Maharaj.
good. What's to come? Page 45.
Yes. Eh, 27.
Grande, no.
En el grande.
En el pequeño no se lo quitaste.
Sansara dava nanadida loka. Tranaya karuyan gena genadva.
Samsara
Saradhava Loka Pranaya Karunya Ganadhatvam
Ratasya kaljana gunana basha. Bande guru Sri Charana Ravinda.
Prapasya
Bande Guru Sri Charana Ravindam. Bande Guru Sri Charana Ravindam.
Vande Guru Shri Vande Guru Shri
Charanarvindam
Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita. Baditra Mayang Manasora Sena.
Mahaprabhu
Kirtana
Romanchakas Parutarangavayo. Vande Guru Sri Sharanaravinda.
Guru Sri
Guru Sri
Charanarvindam
Sharanaravinda. Vande Guru Sri Sharanaravinda.
Vande Guru Shri
Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam
Sivirahara Dana Nityanana. Singaratan Madira Mayanado. Jutatavastan Chanindun Jatopi. Bande Guru Sri Charanaravinda. Bande Guru Sri Charanaravinda. Bande Guru Sri Charanaravinda.
Vande Guru Shri Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam
Chaturvida Sri Bhagavat Prachada Savana Triktang Hari Bhakta Sangam
Bhagavat Prasada Hari
Kitaiva Triktim Vayata Sadeva Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindo Radhika Madhava Yora Paro Madhuya Lila Guna Rupanana
Madhurya Lila Rupana
Atisanas Vadana Lolopaya Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindo Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindo Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindo Nikunja Juno Rati Kelisi Jai Jajali Viju Tira Pesania Tratatidaja Atibaslabaja Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindo Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindo Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindo
Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindo
Tasadari Vena Samasta Chastrai Utatata Bhavyata Eva Sahe Kintu Prabhu Ja Priya Eva Taja Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindo Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindo Bande Guru Sri Charanaravindo Jaja Prasado Bhagava Prasado Jaja Prasado Nagati Gutopi Jaya Stuvanta Jaya Satri Sandan Bande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Bande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Bande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Sri Madhuranta Kangita Ushai Brahme Muhurte Patritra Prayanat Kastena Brindam Banana Raksa Sevai Balaya Janusonateva
Espena Vrindavanamata Saksa
Bande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Bande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jai Gurudev
Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jai Gurudev Gurudev Jai Jai Gurudev
Gurudev Jaya Jaya
Nitai
Gurudev
Gauranga Nitai Gauranga
Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga,
Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga
Nitai Gauranga,
Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hare
Nitai Gauranga,
Gauranga,
Hare Gaura Hare
Gaura Hari Jaya Gaura
Hare Hare Gaura Hare
Hari Hari Gaura Hari
Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hare
Nitai Gauranga, Gaura Hari
Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hare
Nitai Gauranga,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Gaura Premanande Hari
Hari
Puri
Bol.
Maharaj ki jai Srila Bhakti Maharaj ki jai Srila Acharya De ki jai Devoto ki jai
Paramadev Bhaktivinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, Srila Charidev, Srila Santa Maharaja ki.
Jai.
Jai.
Go Purushalandi, Haribo.
Haribo.
Hari Bol.
Now you know why he's called Hariananda. Hare Okay, now I think we'll go to Prapanna Jivanamrita. Too late. Page, let's see, page 115. Yes. Now, this book is also in Spanish, but Lochan Prabhu, if you like to translate whatever I say into Spanish, that would be appreciated.
Of course, Maharaj.
Tatra Sudha Hankaras, Jaya Vishnupad Paramahamsa Paribraja Gacharya, Astatara Satashi Srimad Bhakti Rakshak Srila Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Srila Maharaj is the author, or compiler of the Prapanna Jivanamrita for the satisfaction and of the devotees, satisfaction and nourishment. Tatra Sudha Hankarasya Parichaya Samritir Abhivyakti Aham Vipro Na Charana Patir Napi Vaishno Nasudro Aham Varni Na Chagriha Patir Navana Yatirva into Prodyan Nikila Paramananda Paramrita Tir Opi Bartok Pada Kamalayor Dasu Dasanudasa Shri Bhagavatas Chaitanya Chandrasya. This is one of the Shikshastaka verses of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The vivid revelation of the treasure within the identity of pure ego is self-dedication.
La relación vívida del tesoro dentro de la identidad del ego puro es autodedicación.
I'm not a priest, a king, a merchant, or a laborer. These mean Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Sudra. Nor am I a student, a householder, a retired householder, or a mendicant. That is, a brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyas. I identify myself only as the servant of the servant of the servant of the lotus feet of Sri Kṛṣṇa, the Lord of the Gopis, who is the personification of the fully expanded, eternally self-revealing nectarian ocean that brims with the totality of divine ecstasy. This is Mahaprabhu speaking. That's what he is, his words. I don't know how much you can translate of that.
Let me try. The first part, it seems easy. No soy un sacerdote, no soy un rey, no soy un mercader, no soy un trabajador. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. Tampoco soy un estudiante, parte de una familia o retirado después de tener familia. Tampoco soy un sannyasi. Brahmachari, grihastra, vanapastra, sannyasi. Solamente me identifico como el sirviente del sirviente del sirviente de los pies del loto de Sri Kṛṣṇa, el Señor de los Gopis, quien es la personificación de la completa expansión, eternamente autorrevelada que es la completa expansión del océano de néctar.
Divine ecstasy.
For a moment.
Ananda. Sat-cit-ananda.
Que rebosa con la totalidad del éxtasis divino.
God. Very nice. So, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not identify himself with any material designation. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, or Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, etc., sannyas. He identifies himself only as the servant of Krishna, the eternal servant of, and not of Krishna only, but of the gopis who are the servants of Krishna, and the servant of the servants of Krishna. In other words, he doesn't give himself any material designation, and he gives himself rather the lowest, most humble position. So these are the qualities of the transcendental devotee. Mahaprabhu is teaching us, teaching everyone how to be a devotee, how to understand oneself as a devotee. And so as it says in the first line there, his identity is of the pure ego and self-dedication. That I am the servant of Krishna. What is that? Krishnara Nityadas. That holy identity.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a través de este verso, nos dice que él no se identifica con ninguna definición material tal como Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, etc., sino que él se identifica desde una perspectiva mucho más humilde, como el sirviente de los sirvientes de los pies de lotos de Sri Kṛṣṇa, el señor de los gopis. Entonces nos dice que nos está enseñando que este es el camino, nos está enseñando que esas son las cualidades del devoto transcendental.
That is your real identity. When Sanatana Goswami asked Mahaprabhu, Kayami, he asked in Bengali, he asked Mahaprabhu, Kayami. Sanatana Goswami, yeah? He asked Kayami. Kayami means, who am I? Ami means I, and K means who in Bengali. So he said to Mahaprabhu, Kayami. Mahaprabhu was telling Sanatana Goswami, you are so intelligent, you are very learned, and you are very exalted to come and try to understand about Krishna. And then Sanatana Goswami said, but I don't even know who I am. Kayami. And Mahaprabhu answered immediately, Krishna Nityadas. Trivara Swarapoi Krishna Nityadas. You are the eternal, Krishna Nityadas means the eternal servant of Krishna. That's your identity.
Sorry, Maharaj. Who was speaking with Mahaprabhu?
This is Sanatana Goswami.
Sanatana Goswami, okay. So, dice que Mahaprabhu estaba hablando con Sanatana Goswami y le decía, tú eres inteligente, eres exaltado y entiendes a Krishna, y sin embargo Sanatana Goswami le decía, pero yo ni siquiera sé quién soy. Y Mahaprabhu le dice, tú eres el eterno sirviente de Krishna.
He didn't tell him, you are Brahmin, you are Sudra, you are this, you are that, you are sannyasi, you are brahmachari. He didn't say any of those things. He said, you are simply Krishna Nityadas, an eternal servant of Krishna.
Él le dijo, tú no eres ninguna de estas designaciones materiales, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. Tú simplemente eres el eterno sirviente de Krishna.
He didn't even say you are a Vaishnava or a Shakta.
Ni siquiera le dijo que eras Vaishnava.
He just said you're the eternal servant of Krishna.
Le dijo, tú eres el eterno sirviente de Krishna.
Oh, that consciousness, that conception is the only thing that Mahaprabhu would accept as the real identity of every person, including his own self, as coming as the manifestation of the Lord's devotee.
Y esa es la verdadera identidad que Mahaprabhu quiere que nos demos cuenta, de esa verdadera identidad.
So everybody throughout history, all the philosophers, everybody, even every person, every ordinary person, they're all trying to understand, who am I?
Todo el mundo, todas las personas, filósofos, etcétera, están intentando entender eso. ¿Quién soy yo? ¿Quiénes somos?
So here's the answer. Mahaprabhu is giving the answer. But very few people think that this might be the answer, that they are a servant of God.
Y aquí Mahaprabhu nos está dando la respuesta, aunque muy pocas personas se den cuenta de eso. El eterno sirviente de Krishna.
So when Socrates and the what is that? The Delphic oracle, the oracle at Delphi, and Socrates also, not Socrates, Plato also said, know thyself. Know thyself.
Plato también dijo, conócete a ti mismo.
But he never gave the answer.
Pero nunca nos dijo cómo.
Only the command, know thyself. But then what is it? What are we supposed to come up with? He left it a mystery as to what that is.
La orden, pero nunca nos dijo cómo, nomás nos dejó en el misterio.
But here, Mahaprabhu is giving the answer, solving the whole problem. Here was what you are, Krishna Nityadas.
Pero aquí Mahaprabhu nos está dando completamente la respuesta.
Okay. And not that we think in a big way, in a puffed up way, that I'm a servant of God, but in a very humble way. I'm not the servant of God. I'm the servant of the servant of the servant of God.
Pero no debemos pensar en esto desde una posición superior, desde una posición de ventaja, sino de una manera humilde. Soy el sirviente del sirviente del sirviente de los pies del lotus del Señor.
Some people very proudly say, I am a servant of God. I am doing what God wants. I am doing God's service. Not like that. Not that proud mentality. We have a very...
Hay mucha gente que con orgullo dice, yo soy sirviente de Dios, yo escucho a Dios, yo estoy haciendo lo que Dios dice. Bueno, no se refiere desde ese punto de vista, no se refiere desde esa mentalidad.
In a very humble, obedient, and submissive way, we have to understand. that God is actually the master and we are the servant, humble servant. Thy will be done.
Es desde la humildad, desde la obediencia y desde la servitud. Entender que Dios es el amo, el Señor, y yo soy el sirviente.
So we can become very puffed up if we tell people, I am a servant of God. Many people do that. They say, God told me to do this and I'm doing it. But that is not the proper conception.
O sea que cualquier persona puede decirnos, yo soy sirviente de Dios, yo estoy haciendo la voluntad de Dios, pero es posible que esa persona no se encuentre en la mentalidad y la actitud correcta.
So Mahaprabhu has given us perfect understanding here. You have to study this very carefully because these are direct words of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself.
Prabhu nos está diciendo aquí la respuesta en esta pequeña pieza de información es muy importante. Debemos estudiarla bien.
Any question? Pregunta?
Sí. Maharaj, de hecho, este mundo material es como un reflejo, pero distorsionado del mundo espiritual. Y aquí, en este mundo material, tiene un gran prestigio lo que es la condición de rey, reina. Todos los padres le dicen a sus hijos, oh, mi rey, mi reina. Ningún padre le dice a su hija, oh, mi sirvientica, oh, mi sirvientico. No, los padres aquí le dicen, oh, mi príncipe, mi reinita. Pero resulta ser que la condición de sirviente, que aquí en el mundo material es vista como, algo de muy bajo nivel. Como este mundo material es un reflejo desviado del mundo superior, al contrario, en el mundo superior, sirviente, en realidad sirviente es lo más elevado. Incluso aunque nosotros hayamos sido iniciados por un gurú, conozcamos algo, un poquito de las escrituras, intentamos hacer un esfuerzo de practicar un poco, ni siquiera nosotros llegamos cercanos a ser sirvientes. Estamos muy lejos de ello. Quizás, o por lo menos hablo por mí, por mi corazón, quizás lo que más puedo afirmar es que intento ser un aprendiz, un aprendiz de sirviente, porque es que sirviente es algo es tan lejano, yo lo veo tan lejano, mi condición, que apenas yo estoy entrenándome soy un aprendiz de eso. Entonces estoy entrenando con los Maharaja, con los devotos, en las conversaciones con los devotos. Entonces esa condición de sirviente en realidad es algo sumamente elevado. Allí nos lo está enseñando el señor Chaitanya, pero como un ejemplo de la humildad de él y que nosotros tenemos que hablar. Respecto también a lo que dijo el Maharaj de Sócrates, de conoce a ti mismo, el maestro Sócrates, él decía, sí, conócete a ti mismo, y él tenía como un pequeño método, pero que se llamaba mayéutica, la mayéutica, que mayéutica en griego creo que significa partera. Entonces, el método socrático de la mayéutica era que él le preguntaba a sus discípulos cosas y sus discípulos respondían, pero él no le afirmaba ni le negaba nada a sus discípulos, sino que le contrapreguntaba. Constantemente le preguntaba, sobrepreguntaba, para que el método de él era que el discípulo intentara hacerse preguntas y preguntas y preguntas, y a través de esas respuestas supuestamente llegar a la verdad. Desde lo que yo entiendo desde el mundo Vaishnava, desde la perspectiva de las enseñanzas Vaishnava, el error de ese método es que trabaja con la mente. O sea, Sócrates trataba de que cada quien a través de la autoindagación y autopreguntarse llegara a conocer la verdad. El fallo es que nosotros no podemos llegar a través de nuestra propia mente a la verdad, porque la mente es muy sucia, es muy contaminada, está muy apegada al mundo material y no tiene la luz necesaria para conocer esa verdad. Ahí es donde está el fallo del método de Sócrates, porque el método para conocer esa verdad solamente es, ni siquiera siguiendo un método Vaishnava fiel así, ni siquiera eso. Al final, todo es por la misericordia. Si tú puedes practicar, tú puedes hacer todo lo que dicen los gurús, todo, puedes ser el mejor practicante, el más disciplinado, y aún así, Krishna, el Señor, te puede ser indiferente. ¿Por qué? Porque es todo por su misericordia. Si Él quiere a un malvado, a un demonio, lo hace santo y lo lleva a su regazo. Si Él lo quiere, entonces lo que nosotros máximo podemos hacer es acatar la instrucción del gurú y de los Vaishnavas e intentar, sin esperar que Krishna nos dé su misericordia, ni siquiera debemos esperar eso. Debemos simplemente intentar servir por servir, porque estamos entendiendo que esa es nuestra condición natural. La condición natural de nuestra alma es esa, y aceptar esa condición y vivir así. Lo demás ya es cuestión del Señor, los gurús y los Vaishnavas. Esa es nuestra única posición. Dandava.
So he started by saying that this material world is a distorted reflection of the real spiritual world, and that, for example, here people do not associate being a servant as something that bestows prestige. And he gave several examples. For example, when a father called her daughter little princess, he doesn't call the daughter little servant, because they think it's not an adequate position, right, in this material world. And then so and he said that knowing that, he has tried to adopt this attitude of service here in this material world, as stated by Mahaprabhu. And but it has been very, very difficult for him. He has tried this with all his heart, but it has been very difficult for him. And then he gives an example of Socrates and a method he calls Majeutika in Greek, which roughly means midwife. It's about responding, but without actually saying yes or no, but responding with another question, so that master and disciple engage in questions and questions and questions until the truth were exposed. However, this method was a mind method, was based on intellect. So he said that we can arrive to truth based only on the mind, based only on attachment. So that's where the Socrates method fails. And he says that truth can only be attained through the mercy of Krishna. And even if we can be initiated, we can follow the instructions of our teachers, but the truth is only granted by the mercy of Krishna. And he said that this attitude of service, it's the natural condition of the soul, and that's what he is striving to do, to carry this attitude with himself all the time, and the rest is left to the Lord. And that's it. It was too long, so I tried to catch as much as possible.
Yeah, very nice, bro. Thank you. Somehow in living, just in trying to live our life, We may make so many plans, even as devotees. We make so many plans, how we're going to do this, how we're going to do that. Yet, our plans don't work out the way we think they are. We plan them to do. They don't work. When we go out and preach, for example, we meet so many people and we tell them in such a clear way what is what, according to Shastra. But they don't all come to Krishna. They don't all surrender. In fact, most of them don't. They just come, they hear, and they go away. So what is it that controls the fate of everyone? It's neither our plans nor our actions, but it's all Krishna's grace. And we learn that with experience, just living our life. So we learn how to surrender, how we are not in charge. But Krishna is the supreme controller, he is in charge. And so by following the good directions of Guru and the process of sadhana bhakti, we may come to that position more quickly, but even just by living a good life and trying to understand how Krishna is the controller of everything, we may come to that position, like you said, by his mercy, by his grace.
Pues la gente tiene muchos planes. Hace muchos planes, quiere planear cada una de las actividades. Incluso cuando uno es devoto y va, por ejemplo, a predicar, uno quiere que las cosas salgan de cierta manera, ¿no? Y al final, muy poca gente se presenta, y de la que se presenta muy poca gente, realmente se queda a escuchar el verdadero mensaje, ¿no? Es ahí donde tenemos que aprender que no estamos en control de la situación. Krishna es el que está en control de la situación. Sin embargo, como devotos, tenemos que hacer nuestro mejor esfuerzo para llevar una vida de bien, una vida a favor de las enseñanzas de Krishna. Y eso, por supuesto, nos puede acercar más al plano trascendental. Al final, como Harinanda Prabhu decía, yo hago mi mejor esfuerzo, ¿sí?, por ser un buen devoto, y el resto es la misericordia de Krishna. Aditinadanda Das Prabhu, ¿podría por favor silenciar su micrófono? Es que se oye demasiada interferencia. Muchas gracias, muchas gracias. Ready, Maharaj.
Okay. Very nice. Anyone else? Any question or comment?
¿Alguna otra pregunta?
Okay, we'll read one more shloka here, number 17.
Okay, vamos a leer uno más, el número 17.
Opadika dharma sambandhu chedascha Anya vadana badram astu bhavato bo snana tupyam namo o devaha pitadascha tarpana vido naham kshama ksham yatam yatra kvapi nishadya yadava kulotam masya kang sadvisha maram swaram magam harami taralam manye kim anye name. By Sri Madhavendra Puri Padam. All connection with formal religion is severed This is what happens. He's explaining here. Remember, this is what happens when we surrender. Surrender means that you give up all form of religion. Just as Krishna says in the Gita, Sarvadharmam parityaja. Give up all your duties, the religious duties, you have to give that up. Surrendering to Krishna is not a matter of duty. That's a matter of who you are. So he says, all morning, noon, and evening prayers, may all good be unto you. O daily ablutions, my respects unto you. O demigods, O forefathers, may you forgive me. I cannot follow the injunctions to offer you libations. Wherever I may be, I shall eradicate my sins, constantly contemplating that jewel of the Yadu dynasty, the slayer of Kamsa, and I think this is sufficient for me. What more could I ever want than this? Madhavendra Puri. So in other words, not by following certain duties, religious duties, moral duties, ethical duties, not by that, not by the exercise of those things. By manmana bhava madbhakta, by constantly fixing the mind upon the Supreme Lord. That is the way of progress in spiritual life, of eliminating one's evil intentions or wrong intentions. Simply by remembering Krishna and doing everything in relation to Krishna. To remember him, everything that helps one or is favorable to one's remembrance of Krishna. And then all these other things become like rubbish.
En esta sección se nos habla de que toda aquella práctica religiosa, todo aquellos listas de deberes morales deben ser hechas a un lado. Lo único que es importante es fijar constantemente la mente en el recuerdo del Señor. Y aquí lo dice, ¿no? En el primer renglón dice, toda conexión con la religión formal debe ser cortada de tajo. Y luego, o mañana, o mediodía, o oraciones de la mañana, mediodía y de la tarde, que todo el bien sea para ti. O abluciones diarias, mis respetos para ti. O semidioses, o ancestros, por favor, perdónenme. Yo no puedo seguir lo que ofrecen sus libaciones. Donde sea que yo esté, yo voy a erradicar mis pecados, constantemente contemplando la joya de la dinastía Yadu, el que eliminó, mató a Kamsa, y creo que esto es suficiente para mí. ¿Qué más podría yo querer que esto? Ready, Maharaj.
So here, he refers to the slayer of Kamsa. Krishna is the slayer of Kamsa. Who is Kamsa? Do you know? I mean, what does he represent? You know, he's the uncle, but what does he represent? Kamsa. Well, it's in his name. Kam. What is Kam? Kama.
Anger.
Lust. Kama means lust. So Kamsa represents lust, desire to enjoy. Excuse me. This is what sin means, to enjoy separately from Krishna. And that is called Kamsa, Kama. So he's praying to Krishna, who is the slayer of Kamsa. Only way that this lust can be slain is through attachment to Krishna. Because he can, if we take protection of him, then he will remove the sinful desire of lust, of desire to enjoy, exploitation, all these things. And we can become situated in the proper consciousness of devotion, of love.
Maharaj preguntaba si sabemos a qué se refiere este verso con el asesino de Kamsa. Entonces, Kamsa tiene su raíz, ¿no? En sánscrito y significa lujuria. Entonces, el asesino de Kamsa es Krishna, y en un sentido general es Krishna el que asesina los pecados, ¿no? Por así decir. Entonces, Krishna, el que asesina los pecados, nos sitúa en la conciencia más adecuada, que es en la conciencia del recuerdo de Krishna.
Put the pictures back. Okay. I think we'll end here unless there's any more questions.
I have one.
Yes.
What about the jewel of the Yadu dynasty?
Yes. Krishna belongs to the Yadu dynasty. The Yadavas are that the family of Arjuna, Yudhishthira, Vasudev, and Devaki. They're called the Yadavas or the Yadus. Okay.
Le preguntaba a Maharaj que qué significa la joya de la dinastía Yadu. Krishna viene era parte de la dinastía Yadu y pues la joya es lo más importante, lo más bello.
They belong to the Yadu dynasty under King Yadu. Yeah.
Del rey Yadu.
Maharaj, where has Madhavendra Puri written something?
I'm sorry? Where's that written? I'm not sure. I don't know where that's given.
Because it sounds like a first person from Madhavendra Puri.
Yes.
I mean, I've
Yes,
never
these
heard
are
of.
quotes from Madhavendra Puri. It's written several things, but I don't think it was any books or anything like that, but just several slokas he has given.
Oh.
So I think we'll end here. My sincere appreciation and humble affection for all of you to come today, for your assistance,
Vamos a terminar ya
for
aquí.
your attention.
Les agradece mucho su asistencia y su atención.
Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurumar, Srila Gurudev, Srila Acharya Dev, Srila Santa Maharaja ki Jai. Jai Sri Giri Govardhana ki Jai. Jai Samavita Bhaktivinoda ki Jai. Jai, all glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the worldwide devotees. Jai Sankirtan Yagya ki Jai. Please, my good wishes for your salud, your good health, and hope you will you'll be well until we see you next time, and throughout the year, not only then. And anyhow, my Dandavat.
Muchas gracias, Lochananda Prabhu, también por su traducción.
Gracias, Prabhu.
Dandavat, devoto.
Muchas gracias por su atención.